AITA for getting my mom shunned and outcast by her friend group because I didn't want to inform nor invite her friends to my wedding? I, 24F, and my now husband, 26M, wanted to have a very small wedding that only consisted of our immediate family and best friends. Our small wedding of 8 guests, excluding our parents, happened in my apartment living room, to save for a house in Europe. I made sure to keep my wedding a secret because I didn't want the stress of handling other people's reactions, since the usual wedding in my circle is extravagant and at the roof of a skyscraper, or high-end resort/hotel. I went to the same school from elementary to high school, and the moms of our batch made a friend group and still socializes to this day. I didn't really keep it hidden from my mom that I was bullied by a great chunk of the batch for most of my years there, so my mom understands how I would prefer to keep the wedding very small instead of being selective and hurting someone's ego. In school, the people who openly bullied me stopped when one of them stood up for me in middle school. We became best friends since, and she attended my wedding. 2 girls who transferred in after and didn't bully me also became my best friends and were invited to my wedding. I consider all 3 of them my maid of honor, MOH. We finally posted the wedding and lunch party to social media, and my mom's group chat was filled with surprise. I was first in my batch to get married, and sadly, there were less of congratulations and more of angry people expressing betrayal because they weren't informed of, from as far as, my engagement. They expressed that it was congruent to their best friend getting married without getting invited nor informed at all. I felt confused by this, because these people were neither my best friend, nor were I best friends with their child in school. Nevertheless, I told my mom to use me as the excuse to dampen the fire, as I, the bride, wished for this secrecy and not my mom. They instead insisted that it shouldn't have mattered because a mother's decision triumphs a daughter's. After my mom's attempt to reassure them, they turned to painting me as the opportunist narcissist who only cares for herself since I didn't inform them of my wedding, and for using my MOHs for an extravagant wedding, which was far from the truth. A selective group of the parents, in my mom's friend group, started pitting fights between my MOHs and I by personally messaging the MOHs. When that didn't work, they pitted my moms to each other, which unfortunately somehow worked. My mom, being overwhelmed by all this, blocked the people fanning the flames. They took this as evidence to show how the apple doesn't fall from the tree and how easy it is for my mom to throw more than a decade of friendship down the drain. Since I moved to Europe with my husband, my mom is isolated. My father's busy with work and my brother is busy abroad studying. I feel awful when I video call her, and she seems depressed seeing her closest friends now scared to even reply to her chat. Edit. Thanks so much for your encouraging words and feedback, guys. This really helps me ease my worries. I'll be visiting my mom for a whole month soon. I'll take this time to bring my mom to hobby groups to help her find new friends. Thank you for the suggestions.